My name is Raul Delarme, and good morning to everybody. I'm the director of Howard County Recreation and Parks. What a beautiful day to have this ribbon cutting. Welcome to the long-awaited opening of Phase 3 of Blandair Park, now known as the North Area. And before we get started, I'd like to recognize a few elected officials that are here with us this morning. We have retired State Delegate Frank Turner, Delegate Eric Ebersol, representing District 12. Jessica Feldmark, representing District 12. We have Ginny Thomas, who's representing Columbia Association and the Village Board. Let's see who else. And I believe the representative from Senator Van Hollen's office, Mandy Heinel, is she here? And one important person, she's not a state elected official, but Margaret Lasher, she's with our Maryland Department of Natural Resources, and she provides us with all the program open space funding. So thank you, Margaret. What's that? Yeah, no, and Opal Jones, our District 2 council member. And from our Board of Education, Vicki Catruño, is she here? I know Antonia Watts is because she told me she was going to be here. Thank you for coming. We're going to start this program with our first speaker, who has been a longtime supporter of Blandair Park when he was on the County Council and now our executive. Please welcome County Executive Dr. Calvin Ball.
Well, thank you so much, Raul, and good morning, everyone. We can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. It is always nice when you have a party and some of your friends show up. And those of you who are watching from this angle, I wish you could see from this angle, because there is a beautiful group of our neighbors and our friends who helped make this possible. Blandair Regional Park, welcome. This is such a fantastic community amenity, something that, as Raul indicated, I worked on and invested in as a county council member, but also even before that, as an Oakland Mills Village board member. We're here today to celebrate the opening of Phase 3 of our park. You know, Blandair has become a premier destination, not just for our county, but our region, and that didn't happen by accident. I want to especially thank Senator Guy Gazzoni, who couldn't be here, but has been a partner along the way, someone who oftentimes, even as a village board member and then as a council member, I kept pushing to do a little bit more. And then, of course, as he has already been acknowledged, former Delegate Frank Turner, who worked so incredibly hard over many years to make sure that Blandair Regional Park went from a vision to a reality. Our first phase opened in March of 2012, which included our popular turf fields, press boxes, and our bleachers. Phase 2 was completed in March of 2018 with a challenge course, tennis courts, baseball fields, open space, and pavilions. These phases were also supported by our Department of Public Works, who made new roadways and paths to make Blandair more accessible for all. And I want to thank them. I want to give a special thank you and congratulations to our Recreation and Parks team who made this possible. Please give them a big round of applause. The entire team worked so very hard, and I just want to give not only a special shout out to Raul Delarme, but former director John Bird, who's here. Now you may notice that the sign above me is covered. On June 12th, we decided to officially dedicate this playground to one of our key Recreation and Parks staff members who's not here today. our Bureau Chief Laura Weatherald, who passed away on February 19th. My friend Laura was enthusiastic, inspiring, and a kind of person who was an advocate for all, especially those with special needs. She was instrumental in the design of this Play for All playground. And I tell you, Laura was known for bringing people together and bringing a little bit more sunshine into their lives. And so it's quite befitting that on this day, not only were we able to bring people together, but we have a beautiful day that's quite sunshiny. After a year of so much isolation and being apart, it's fitting that the new additions to Blandair are about bringing people together. We know that many of our smallest residents, and I saw lots of little friends as I was coming in, have been anxiously awaiting to finally climb and play and explore our Play for All playground. This playground was designed with ADA accessibility items and encourages unrestricted play for our children of all abilities. It includes sunshades, picnic tables, benches, and 2 nonverbal communication boards donated by our friends at the Howard County Autism Society. I saw them here. Please give them a big round of applause. This Play for All playground is designed to be 80% accessible to individuals with disabilities versus the typical playground, which is at about 50% accessible. Additionally, the new bocce, horseshoe, and croquet courts are perfect for families and neighbors to enjoy together. And our new pavilion and picnic tables are just waiting to host gatherings, birthday parties, and more. Blandair Regional Park is centrally located and is easy to access for walkers and bikers alike, making it a park that we hope all generations and family can come and enjoy for years to come. As we turn the corner on this pandemic, it's still safer to host gatherings and be together outdoors, so I encourage all of our residents to come out and enjoy the amazing amenities that Blandair Regional Park has to offer. Please remember, this is our park, and we did this together. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Ball. Our next speaker represents District 12, and she is Chair of the Howard County Delegation, Delegate Jessica Feldmark.
Thank you. And I want to ask my delegation members, Delegate Ebersol and Delegate Turner, you can retire from the General Assembly, but you can't leave the Howard County delegation. Come on up here. So thank you all. Thank you to Raul and the Rec and Park staff. Thank you, County Executive Ball, for your commitment to this park, not only as executive, but for so many years leading up to this. This is tremendous. I mean, as an elected official who, takes pride in serving our community, I've got to say, it is a great honor to be part of having made this happen. This is a beautiful facility and one that is accessible and inclusive, which is, symbolic of the kind of community we are in Howard County. And that's real. That makes a difference in people's daily lives. And this is a tremendous testament to that. Now, I do want to say a few words. I didn't have the privilege of serving in the House of Delegates with Delegate Turner. He retired the year I got elected. But I did have the privilege of serving as the county executive's chief of staff while he was hard at work in Annapolis getting us funding for Blandair Park. And I can't tell you how many calls I got. Jessica, when are we going to build the park? When's the park going to be under construction? I got some more money. When are we going to build the park, right? And I think there may have even been are you going to build this park before I die? You know, maybe more than once. But I just want to take a moment to really celebrate and recognize Delegate Turner for his commitment to making this happen. So I know we have a lot of folks who are anxious to get to play, and that is the business of the day, so I won't take long, but just to say, you know, thank you again to the entire team that made this happen, and can't wait to check it out. So thank you all.
I want to tell my story.
Oh, yes, we have a proud grandpa here.
Yeah, I'm a grandfather. All of you want to say, how can you be? Right, I know, thank you. So sometimes when something's being dedicated, it's open ahead of time, and I was tooling around Columbia with my 3-year-old granddaughter in the back seat, and I said, let's go see if that park is open. So we drove by, and it wasn't, but it's not just visually good looking to you. She repeated over, I want to go there. I want to go there. It looks so good from the outside. I can hardly wait to put her on the inside. Thanks a lot.
So I was remiss. I just wanted to give a couple very brief thank yous again. I want to thank the former county executives because this was a long time coming. It started under former county executive and Senator Jim Roby. Former county executive Ken Ullman took it to the next level. Former county executive Alan Kittleman brought it to where I could then work with everyone to get to today. So please make sure to thank all of them in their travels. This would not have happened without each and every one of them.
Thank you. Our next speaker has been supporting this park since becoming our District 2 council member, and that will be Opal Jones. Please come on up.
Good morning, everyone. I want to take a few minutes in between discussing the FY22 budget amendments with my council colleagues to join County Executive Dr. Calvin Ball, Department of Recreation and Parks Director Raul Delirme, and members from the Howard County Autism Society. So many of you here to celebrate this opening. It's a pleasure to see you all. The grand opening of the inclusive playground at Blandair Park. Thank you, Dr. Ball. Thank you, Frank Turner, Jessica, and everyone who I can see. If you had something to do with this park, or if you're here just to play, you're all a part of it, and we all are a Blandair Park family. Nestled in the heart of Council District 2 and nicknamed the Playground for All, Blandair Park is now a destination for all ages with active and passive recreational uses. This park nearly boasts 298 acres while preserving forests, wetlands, meadows, and a historic farm complex. As our communities reset from the devastating effects of COVID-19, the opening of Blandair Park here will provide a renewed and refreshing outlet for students, residents, and our aging in place communities. Fostering 80% of accessible playground equipment that can be used by children with disabilities sets Blandair Park in a league of its own. That deserves a round of applause. A special thank you to the community, activists, and volunteers who were members of the focus group who emphasized the need for these specific park features. Updates to Blandair Park's amenities have included a 10,000 square foot synthetic lawn area, a challenge course with synthetic turf and timers for ages 13 and up. I'm gonna focus on the 13 and up because my 6-year-old tried to get on it and we almost got hurt yesterday. 5 lighted, and I almost got hurt trying to catch him. 5 lighted tennis courts, 2 pavilions, and 2 lighted synthetic baseball fields with bleachers, a field that my kids and my wife and I are most excited to practice on. I'm thrilled to be a part of the unveiling of this necessary addition to one of our county's premier parks for sporting events. And I strongly encourage residents to visit Blandair Park while abiding by our county's and CDC's social distancing guidelines. It is truly a pleasure to serve you and members of our community. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Like that transitional phase. Right, exactly.
Thank you, Councilmember Jones. I'd like to recognize a person who snuck in the back door here. Brian McFarland, Register of Wills. Okay. Our last speaker represents the Columbia Association Village Board, which is, we've met with them quite a bit throughout this whole process of this park. So I'd like to introduce Ginny Thomas to come up.
Good morning. You've heard about all the people that have been involved in making sure that this park actually developed, and it is quite innovative, etc. You heard all that. But let me tell you about a lady that was about maybe 5 feet tall that came to my house one day when I was on the county council. She drove up in an old beat up blue Volkswagen Bug, if any of you remember what that looks like. Got out and told me that she's had it with Howard County. She is going to move and sell 300 acres of the Smith Farm, which you are standing on right now. She had it because they put 175 through her property, which divided it. And she wanted out because the county was also planning on dividing it up even more with a bigger Oakland Mills Road. So I was on the county council then, and I said, no, please do not develop all these 300 acres that you have left. Please don't do that. We've got to be able to work out something. And she was interested in conservation. She was very much an environmentalist. She actually worked at humane shelters as well. She was one of my ideas of a rugged individualist. You would have loved her. She was fantastic, and she was going to save this land, but we in the county had to get our act together, and we did. And she's, of course, passed away, but I want to thank all the people that have been involved. Calvin, you've been on this since you were on the village board. Fantastic job. All of you, but keep in mind Elizabeth Smith, who is just my idol. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate that. Starting today, children can enjoy this wonderful park, especially the Play for All playground, which was designed from the ground up to accommodate every person who visits. As the county executive said, Laura's hands were all over the design of this playground. I know that a lot of you are focusing on this wonderful playground behind me, but as the executive said, there's a lot more to this park. All park visitors of all ages can enjoy the new backyard games area that's actually over to my left. That includes 3 bocce courts, 2 croquet courts, 2 horseshoe pitches, a pavilion that has 2 ping pong tables, outdoor ping pong tables, and 2 checkerboards inset into a picnic table, benches, and a pathway that connects to the Columbia Association's pathway network and to other phases of Blandair Park. Also located in this phase is a new restroom facility, electric charging stations, and our new maintenance center, which is actually just up over the hill here to my right. Before we end, I would like to recognize and thank a lot of people for their hard work that they put into this project. Please raise your hand when I recognize your company or name. Our design consulting team, Whitman Reckhart and Associates, our engineers, GWWO Architects, Mahan Reichel and Associates, Landscape Architects, board members from the Howard County Autism Society, Marilyn Marcelli from the Howard County Special Olympics, Paul Shillian with Porter Construction, and all the subcontractors affiliated with the project. I know there's a few of you out there, so raise your hand. I see Steve right in front of me. John Amici with Commercial Recreation, who represents Little Tykes, the playground manufacturer who built this facility. Custom Park Services, the playground installer. Jim Jett, our resident engineer with WRA, who has managed the construction of all 3 of our phases of Blandair Park. Thanks, Jim. Sylvia Ramsey, Eduardo Marion, Ed Coleman, Dave Grabowski, and Herman Charity, our Recreation Parks Advisory Board members. I see you out there. our purchasing office. I see Dean. Our Department of Public Works project managers who manage this project. I know some of them are out there. Mark Kovash, I see you. Our former director, John Bird. And the best staff a director could have, all the recreation and park staff that are team that's here today, please raise your hand. And I want to recognize Bob Linz and Clara Gone from my staff who manage this project of Phase 3. Thank you. Actually, Clara's been involved with this project since the day we purchased this property. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate all your hard work. This ends this part of this program, and I want to thank everyone who attended today and who's watching online. Now it's time to cut the ribbon to open this wonderful park and let the kids in. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to need some of our little friends to help us. Who can count to 3? All right, count with us. 1, 2, 3. Time to play!
Descending on that like I'm